Hi Virgo, Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. Welcome to your Tarot Videoscope for June 2018 by Ama. This recording again will be for Virgo, Sun sign, Rising sign, and Moon sign. And please understand that it's very important that you also listen for your Rising sign and for your Moon sign. I already did a whole new reading for you. I did open 2 more additional cards from different decks with additional messages. For those of you who are interested to know more, for download and purchase, and the link for that is right down here below in the show more description box. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. Again, all of these links are going to be down here below. When you subscribe, and thank you so very much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you are new, welcome, and please remember, when you subscribe, if you turn on the little bell right here, the little bell icon, that's the notification bar, and it will notify you each and every time that I upload special videos just like this one, or each and every time that I do live streaming. And I will be doing a live streaming during the mid-month of June 2018. I will be doing a live Akashic reading for each and every sign of the zodiac, of course, including your sign. Now, allow me to focus on this reading for you. I did open 3 cards, and the general feelings that I am picking up for your sign of Virgo, I keep getting someone or people are surely going to give you a lot to think about. You may have to exercise a lot more of your willpower to push forward or to reach a goal or simply to deal with people. For some of you, it does feel like your own willpower will be affected in June. You may have to deal with people so communication may not be easy for some of you. You may be prone to be irritated. There could be a little fight for some of you happening, but I also keep getting a sense that in other ways, so that could be happening on one side, but on the other side, I also do see you making time for yourself, so you can meditate, you can think about your future, or you can simply relax. Some of you could be recuperating, either recuperating from being sick, a health situation, or recuperating from a breakup, so recuperating emotionally. For some of you, there is something new and positive. They're talking about positive changes happening for some of you Virgos in regards to finances and work, but they are putting a lot of emphasis particularly on positive changes in relation to your work, and having to deal with people that in some way you honor them, you value them. They could be also about mentorship for some of you, so dealing with people that in some ways you consider them to be like VIPs in certain circles. Now, allow me to break it down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up is the King of Wands. Now, this card may be representing a person, or this card may also represent a situation in your life. If it represents a person in your life, usually it represents a Leo, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This could be the Sun sign, the Rising sign, or the Moon sign. So a man or a woman of these astrological signs. It also means, to me, it also represents a noble figure, future events, idea about a trip, or a new career. It also represents commands, demands, so someone who commands, demands, maybe a teacher, has a lot of charisma and draws people to them, like people follow him or her. It also means focus on your goals. For some of you, I do feel that it may just be particularly hard to focus either in doing your work or to focus in whatever goal you have, or you may just notice that happening in your family life, something in the family that is very hard for you to focus on. I feel that this King of Wands either is interfering with your happiness, with it's interfering in some ways, so it's not making things go smooth for you. There are some interferences. But this King of Wands for some of you Virgos may be a boss, and your boss may particularly be either too demanding in June or particularly very irritating, and it does feel like you really have to be aware of your feelings and don't act when you feel irritated. You have to exercise a lot of caution if this King of Wands indeed represents a boss of yours. To me, this King of Wands is also showing up to me as a father figure. So it could be your actual father or a father figure to you, because I feel that they are giving you maybe some advice. There's going to be an open conversation about something, and definitely I do feel that finally certain things will be said in the open. Whatever needed to be said that wasn't said before, kept on being postponed, or maybe it was never the right situation, the right time and place to have this conversation, I feel that this is going to be the right time and place in June, because there's going to be a very deep conversation between you and this King of Wands, and it could be a father or the father-like figure for many of you. I do feel that this King of Wands may be having plans for when they retire, or maybe they are already retired and now they're going to let you know, if they, they're preparing, for the later part of their life, and then could be they could be having that conversation with you. They want to put you in charge in some ways, in the event that when time comes later in life, they're not going to be around. So I don't feel that anything bad is happening for some of you to have this conversation. It's just this conversation that needs to happen. They are talking about a separation. This separation did happen. It's not something that is happening, it did happen. But for some of you Virgos who were involved in this separation situation, doesn't have to be your own separation from your spouse. This could have been your parents separating years ago. But again, they're telling me that emotions, memories, things are going to be brought up, because for some of you, you still need to either talk or cope better, deal with it in a deeper way, in a different manner with this situation that involved a separation. Some of you are transitioning in doing something new, or maybe you are transitioning and you are doing something that could be completely innovative. You are going to find yourself doing innovative things, maybe discovering different ways of doing things. This could be in a workplace, or even discovering different ways, innovative ways for you to deal with your inner world, with your inner emotions, with your family life, or with a particular procedure or process. You are going to be in charge in some ways. This could be that in your work, somebody may be putting you in charge, but you may also be in charge in terms of some family affairs. You may be in charge of an event, you may be in charge of settling an estate, you may be in charge of documents, and you could also be about legal rights being granted to you. So thus, in that way, you are going to be in charge, or maybe having power of attorney. I do feel that for some of you, you are going to communicate, or you may be getting in touch with some ways, either with a spiritual figure, a spiritual leader, a teacher, or a mentor. For some of you, maybe you are going to run into a video and that is really going to catch your attention. It could be talking about metaphysical stuff, spiritual stuff. You could be reading about it. For some of you Virgos, you may also be writing about, but you are going to be in touch, communicating, exchanging information, and even exchanging ideas with people who are very well known in their profession, or important teachers and mentors to you. So people in powerful places. There's going to be a lot of communication with people in powerful places, in places of authority, in other words, who have authority. The next card that you have is the Five of Wands. To me, it means a sham fight, a struggle with people who have less experience than you. It also means, to me particularly, it also means exercising, practicing, training, preparing. It also means winning a small fight will bring the opportunity for you to win the big war. So allow me to focus so I can figure out what does it mean. You may have to deal with, not necessarily or particularly you, easily be irritated or aggravated. It does feel that it could also be that people around you could be particularly anxious or nervous or angry, and you may witness people having a fight, people fighting, either physically or people fighting with words back and forth. But you may also have to be very careful, because you may be in situations where people may particularly try to aggravate you, and they could be doing that in purpose. So pay attention to how you feel, and take a deep breath. Try not to get involved with people who are fighting, or in situations that could be, or especially with people who have this antagonistic kind of way of doing things, or expressions. So do your best to avoid a certain fight, because it does come in it feels like it's coming around for some of you. You may be adopting at this time a new way of exercising if you are someone who exercises. If you're a dancer, you may be picking up a new way of dancing. I don't know, if you do Tai Chi, maybe you're going to find a new way of doing Tai Chi. If you have a trainer, maybe you're going to, tell your trainer to put you in, different kinds of exercises. Some of you could be training. You are training for this event. You may be training and preparing for this promotion. So you could be training to prepare you for this new job position, training for this position. For some of you, I feel like you are emotionally preparing to confront someone. Not necessarily fighting with someone, but it does feel that you are preparing to confront someone in some ways. The way this is coming to me, you are going to confront this person through your acts, not necessarily through your words, I'm sorry. So if you do better, if you are successful in something, that's how you're going to show them. And that's how it's going to happen for some of you. So there's no need for you to say anything. You're going to confront them. You're going to put them, close their mouth in a way, by you doing well and succeeding. So through your actions. Your feet are being shown to me. So for some of you, you may have some discomfort or problems with feet, your ankles, toes. There could also be a lot of walking for some of you. They do suggest that for many of you Virgos, you need to wear very comfortable shoes during this month of June, and you need to choose wisely and carefully your battles. You have to analyze what do you have to gain, and if the end result is worth the fight, the preparation, the struggle. So choose what do you need to put your energy, your effort, and your hopes. Choose that very carefully. So careful before you act into anything. The next card that you have is the Four of Swords. To me, it means making peace, relaxation, sleep-like meditative state. It also means focusing on truly what matters in life. Reflect on what is important to you, refocusing your objectives, and sometimes it also means recuperating. For some of you, I do feel that you may need a little bit of your own time and your own space, because for some of you I still feel that you may need to emotionally recuperate, and for some of you it may just go as deep as still having to confront, maybe in a new way, in a deeper way, issues that may be related to childhood emotions, traumas, dramas, events, but it could also be due to a loss. So for those of you who have experienced recently a certain sense of loss or grief, I do feel like on one way you are going to be having fun, and you're going to have a social life. There's going to be plenty of events for you when you're going to enjoy yourself and spending time with other people. But on the other hand, you also need this time alone to reflect, so you can look back into the past with a different perspective. For some of you, they're telling me that time heals all wounds. So maybe it's not quite the time for many of you to completely heal from something that happened in the past, but you are getting there. For some of you, maybe you're going to recuperate and take it easy. Maybe you did some sort of a what is this? Not necessarily a medical procedure. This could have been something like a cosmetic procedure, like a cosmetic surgery, like fillers, plastic surgery. So it could be in regards to that. For some of you, there's a lot of energy, they're telling me, around. There is a particular chakra located about an inch below your belly button, and that is an important chakra. And for many of you, they're telling me that you're going to go through some sort of a transition, because this chakra needs to fully be open. It is open, but it's not fully open. And I also keep getting that you need to be aware and prepare yourself for new beginnings. You need to prepare yourself to take on more responsibilities and more work. You may have to prepare yourself to tackle any issues that arrived from the past. But in some ways, you need to confront them. You cannot postpone certain situations, particularly if it is related to money. So in June, you may need to make time, and you need to prepare yourself to resolve a situation involving money. Could be a loan, could be a debt, could be about a raise, could be about credit cards. So anything involving money. Pay attention to your dreams. For some of you, I do feel that your dreams, for some of you, it's going to be like in your dreams, you get a revelation of the truth, or you get a revealing of what the future has on hold for you. You are hoping and praying for something to happen, or you are hoping and praying to find a solution to a situation. And the next 4 months, starting from June, are going to be very important, because I do feel that anything that you are praying and hoping for may have a difficult new beginning, particularly right now in June. And these solutions may be very difficult, or for you to find a solution is going to be very difficult. Nevertheless, you are going to be able to find solutions. It's just going to happen over the course, gradually over the course of the next 4 months, at different times for different Virgos. So anything that feels difficult now, okay, or it feels like a struggle now, eventually will get easier and you're going to find a better solution. So this is just an energy that you have to go through in June. And there's a lot of planetary movements, also important planetary movements happening, like Mars retrograde, I think Uranus moving or shifting in some ways. So there are also a lot of planetary movements that are causing this, but do make time to reflect, do make time maybe to express a wish, maybe to do mantras. Do find a way to give yourself space and time to reflect, relax, and to be as grounded as you can. I hope that this made sense to you. Leave me a comment down here below. If you'd like to know more, I did make a whole new video for your sign, again for download and purchase. The link for that is down here below. If you'd like to know more, contact me for a private reading, amalightworker@gmail.com, or visit my website, LightWorker.com. Stay tuned, because I am doing a live Akashic reading for you during the mid-month of June 2018. Turn on the little bell notification bar right down here. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.